Melbourne, Australia has got the most strict, harsh and draconian lockdown rules in place anywhere in the world right now. But what am I looking forward to doing once everything's over and we're free again? Let's talk about it. Hi guys, JNewtz here, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe and ring that grey notification bell so that you know every single time that I make content. Now, let's get started. Yes, it's true, Melbourne, Australia has got the most harsh lockdown rules in place at the moment anywhere in the world. And people are wanting to be free again. We can't travel more than 5 kilometres away from where we live. Most people are not working. People are losing their minds. Depression, mental health, anxiety, it's going through the roof. It's not the world that's a mess, it's Melbourne. People are wanting things to be eased, such as going to the beach, going to the pub, spending time with their friends. And you know what? That's a given. That's so generic. Everybody wants to do that. So I thought I'd share with you what I'm missing and what I want to do once we've got our freedom back. The first thing I want to do is cut down this ever-increasing mop top, because if it goes any longer, I'll start looking like one of the Beatles, or even worse, Cousin It from the Addams Family. I'm looking forward to simple pleasures in life, such as standing next to somebody without a mask, touching their hands. Imagine that, touching somebody else. 2020 is really the year of no touchy-touchy. I miss complaining to people that they're invading my personal space. Oh, JNewtz, it's good to meet you. I've subscribed to your channel, I watch all your videos, I've been following you for months and months and months. I really appreciate that, but will you fuck off out of my personal space? Staring at sex trophies when they're running around being fucking annoying and giving their stupid dumbass parents the evil eye. Sex trophies, by the way, is just a term that we use to describe people's spawn. I miss people walking into me so I can turn them around and tell them off. Hey, watch where you're fucking going. I can't wait for the Bible bashers to come knocking at my door just so I can tell them to fuck off. Excuse me, have you found Jesus? No, I haven't. Now fuck off. You know, when the people of Melbourne are finally allowed to get out there and leave their houses and interact again, social interaction is going to be so goddamn boring. What are we going to talk about? So tell me, what have you been doing with yourself? Oh, just staying at home. How about you? Yeah, well, I've been staying at home too. Oh. So do you like stuff? I'm looking forward to getting away from the family, because after all this time, I'm going fucking mental. Going off to see a prostitute again. Because let's face it, nobody knows a prostitute that lives within 5 kilometres of their house. And if you are seeing a prostitute that lives within 5 kilometres of your house, you're a fucking moron. Swingers clubs, group sex. I just want to get back into group sex. Performing comedy again in front of a live audience, not just a camera. Bombing again for the first time on stage when a joke doesn't land. You know what? I've waited almost 9 months to have a joke bomb on stage. I feel like I fucking deserve it. Road rage. Good old-fashioned road rage. I miss those simple halcyon days where people would shoot past us or fucking tailgate us and we go, fuck off, you silly wanker. Just bring back the road rage. All the pedestrians who don't want to wait for the lights to turn green, they just want to take their chances and dart across the road. So many of these simple pleasures that we've taken for granted. Fuck the beach, fuck the pub, and fuck my friends. I want to get back into the good old-fashioned days of abusing people who are fucking morons, who invade your space, drive like idiots, act like morons, and also having some good old-fashioned sex. With other people, not with your partner. Let's face it, everybody's well and truly over that by now. For those of you watching this outside of Melbourne, outside of Victoria, outside of Australia, all over the world, you're probably thinking, surely the lockdown restrictions can't be that harsh. Well, unfortunately, yes they are. Make sure you Google that shit. And I hope it doesn't happen wherever you're living. I really don't, because it's been so hard over here. And you take these simple little things for granted. The simple human right to abuse other people for being fucktards. The unfortunate thing is that if we get caught breaking these rules, going outside 5 kilometres, working when you're not allowed to if you haven't got a permit, we are issued a $1,600 on-the-spot fine, which I think is unfair, because realistically, anybody can fine $1,600 either quickly or progressively. Make it more challenging. I wish that the police would issue a fine of 1,600 jelly beans, but they have to be green jelly beans. You try and find 1,600 green fucking jelly beans. It costs a small fortune and it would take forever. Well, there you go. Those are some of the simple things that I am missing and can't wait to get back out into the world and do again. Those simple human rights of telling other people to fuck off. What have you experienced? If you live in Melbourne, I would love to hear your stories, or if you've got any lockdown stories at all where you've been restricted in your movements, I want to hear from you. So drop me a comment below and let me know what you have experienced. In the meantime, guys, please subscribe to my channel, ring that great notification bell, and remember, in all this time, and even after the pandemic, don't be a fucktard. And if you see people being a fucktard, call them out. Help me fight the war against stupidity and fucktardery, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, it had to rain when I came out here to film, didn't it? Wasn't raining at 4 in the morning, wasn't raining when I set the studio up, but the second I get here and press record, it rains. Thank you, God, thank you so fucking much. For fuck's sake.